Good morning, everyone. Muhammad Arshad from Decoding Data Science. I generally tell people to practice a particular app or a particular program to make in Python to enhance your skills. The theory part, everything is covered. Even in my academy that I do, data types, the different data structures, control flow, functions, and the you can say the advanced things that are there. Today, I'm going to run through a simple calculator that is one of the first applications that I tell every of my mentees or the workshops I do to create. So creating a simple calculator, having the four operations that are there, basic, plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and how to program. Only there are two numbers involved here. So this is the basic logic of the exercise that is there. Build a very simple calculator. It may be your first project. It is just to show you how you can define the variables, how you can use simple conditional statements, simple loops, and get the output according to the four different operators that are there, plus subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, and two numbers, and the output will become that will come. And anything that is not there in the operator, give a like someone puts some random thing as an input, just give an error that this particular operator is not a valid operator. So what I'm going to do is try to solve this particular problem for 20 to 15 minutes. If you're done, you can do it in Colab, you can do it any ID that you're comfortable in. Pause this video, and then when you are coming back, I will be showing you the solution line by line how I am doing it. Welcome back, everyone. So now I hope everyone has tried to do the calculator, and now I'm going to explain you in simple words. I'm sharing my screen, and let's get back to the coding part. So first, this is a very you can say simple calculator. Calculator. So while I'm doing the program, I want to run you through my mind as well. So first, what we will enter, I'm trying to make the code as simple as possible for you guys. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to type the operator, right? What is the operator here? What can be operator? So first, we will have the operator option input. We will ask the particular user to enter. So we can enter the enter an operator plus okay, so that is amazing. What is this particular operator going to do is it is going to help you to enter an operator for your division. So I told you I have made it try to make it very simple, one by one, that is just to do this particular operation. So this one is done. So next line will be for the number. The operator part is done. You can see there is a colon, enter an operator, and then there is a colon, and then I'll put a little space for them to put the number. Yes, this much, the operator. Then we have the first number. So num1 is equal to again the same thing. Why I'm putting float here? Because the number can have a decimal also, because here we want to give that option for the number to be decimal as well. Enter the first, here the first number. So now we go for num2 is equal to float input. So we have in number one and number two ready, and this is the first. You can say you can just mention here if you are writing your first code, and the main thing is documentation. So first part of the particular code is uh, input the parameters or variables for the calculator. Okay. So now coming to the starting, this is done. So we have operator number one and number two saved in our Python. And now we'll go to the next step. Save as a, now we will run the if statement, the loop statement. And now we will first will be if operator is equal to, we have to put it in double in single quotes. Then you need to put an indent. Result is equal to 1 number 1 plus number 2, and this is my rent result. So now see, the result can come in a lot of, as we have put float in, it can come in multiple decimal numbers, but for the sake of output, what we are going to do is we are going to round it off to 2. So what we are going to do is we are going to do print round. What is our result? Result comma 2. So this one is done. And then what we are going to do, this statement is done. Again, we are going to start LF. Operator is equal to minus. Then what we are going to do now, we can basically for the, I will just type it again. So it will give you an idea also of how I'm doing it, but you can copy paste as well. But it is not a big code, so I will just copy paste. And now again, so to be honest, this particular line is common everywhere. So what I can do is, let me just copy this line. Again, I am going to copy this. So this is because the same thing, we don't need to type again and again. Just we need to change the operator. So the second operator is into, and the third operator is division. And what we can do is number one into, and number one Dash. And okay, so let us just read the code again. If operator is equal to plus, result is equal to number 1 plus number 2, then elif operator minus, then number 1 minus number 2, then again print the result. Then we have, what do you have? As you can see, we have something called multiply. Then we are going to print the multiply, and then we have something called divide, wherein we are going to divide number 1 and number 2. And this is our all of elif is done. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use a else statement to print if there is something other than the operator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use uh, now I have to use f string because I am now going to call a variable. So whenever I'm using a print and I need to you can say call a variable, then I need to use like this. As we all know, what does print do? It prints out output. But if you have a variable that you want to print, you need the f string. So these are some of the basic things that are there. Why I'm using f? Because I'm trying to call within the print statement a variable. So I talked to this about in my first introduction course, wherein in details about this you can have a look. So now what we are going to do is we are going to call the operator operator. Okay, so whatever is the operator. So this you can see the symbol. Operator is not valid, not valid operator, whatever it is. So now we have done. Just I will just rephrase the. I'll just look at the code and try to run it. So this is my if statement, the conditional statement. Notice there. Conditional statement that is there. So let me just run this and do I need to one second? Ah, I forgot one thing. I forgot to put colon. After the if statement, we need to put a colon. And in the last, even in else, there is already there. So all the conditional statements are there, and we need to put a colon. So you can see this here, if, elif, and else. So now let us run this. Okay, cool. So what we can do is we can take multiply. First number is 10, second number is 10, and then we have this is nice. Now suppose this is the case that is there. This is one of the most simple calculator that is available that we can do, and if we want to do divide, just to try 100 divided by 2 divided by 3 because we have done round off just to see. Then we have 33.33. So this is there. We can, so this is one of the first basic calculators that you can make with, as I told you, two operations for four different operations that are there and two numbers, and this is the output. You can do a lot of more things that are there. There is one way of doing this is this particular code that is shown. There is you can do it in a much little bit more elaborate way. Uh, so it really depends. You can also start making a function and calling it here. That can also be done. This is also one way to do, which I will also talk about. And so in this case, what is happening? Like this is part of a function. We have defined a function here, but it is doing the same thing that is there. But see, I have selected subtract 10, it is giving you 0. But the number of lines of codes are big, right? Because they use a function. What we have done is we have just done this. We have already defined the if you can say the operator here. Suppose if we wanted to define the function before and call it here, then that also we can do.